What's up guys, Syiler here, and we're back on the 5.3 PTR taking a look at one of the new scenarios that's going to come with the patch, and this is the Dark Heart of Pandaria. We are checking out on heroic difficulty. If you weren't aware, they are adding heroic scenarios which will award like bonus valor, more valor than normal, and you'll also have a chance of getting like random enchanted epics. So definitely a cool addition to the scenario system. And they are considerably harder than normal scenarios. If you do this on normal and then heroic, you'll realise how much of a joke normal is. So this is the Dark Heart of Pandaria, and basically this is the Horde scenario, but you can do it as Alliance. You'll be able to talk to Cho, and he'll allow you to sort of find out what the Horde's been up to. But basically what they've done is they've destroyed a chunk of the Veil of Eternal Blossom, and they're looking for something hidden within here. So you're sent in, to assist them to find out what's actually going on. And the first stage is basically just to kill out some of these elementals and fight like a boss elemental. Now, they do have quite a big chunk of HP, especially the boss one will take you quite a while to kill. And you'll notice in this we end up with mass respawning like elementals, which is pretty dumb. And we do have a Boomkin in the group, so he's unique in his own way. I don't think he quite gets the Boomkin playstyle. He kind of just, yeah, he's a special one, let's put it that way. So at some point Metro does die and he kind of neglects to res him, but it's fine. So this is the first boss. It doesn't really do anything too special, but the mobs keep respawning. I don't know if that's intended or if that's just kind of like a PTR bug. I'd imagine it's a PTR bug because it does make it quite a lot longer and harder. But as you're fighting, they just seem to keep respawning, you keep aggroing them, which is a bit of a pain. It'll do like this AoE that you need to move out of. It's indicated by a red circle on the ground, and they also do like a wavy spike, as you can see there. If you just move out of that, then you won't be hit by it. So it's mainly avoidable damage, although he does melee for quite a bit, and as you see, a load more of respawn, so we've aggroed them as well, and it just makes things like considerably harder. So we do lose Metro there, who is actually tank spec, so you can see it is quite a lot of damage that's going out. But I'm able to pop some CDs to live through the damage. It's all good. And as you see, we've only got him down to like 60% so far. So it's quite a long fight, and yeah, it does take some time. So we've skipped forward a little bit just to cut out the long fight. There's nothing really interesting or new that happens. It's just the same mechanics over and over again until he dies. And then once you kill him, you'll have this quest to collect 250 artifacts. Now this bit is a bit of a joke. I don't know if they've intended it for it to take this long, or they've kind of like not assessed how long it'll actually take people. But essentially, you get one artifact per blue box, as you see the blue boxes on the ground, and I think you get 25 for if you collect 3 in a specific combination. So as you'll see, there's like these yellow ones. Each yellow one is a different artifact, so there'll be like a scroll, a book, and a pot. And if you collect them in a specific order, or whatever order, as long as you don't have 2 of the same one in your order. So you can have like a pot, a book, and a scroll, or a scroll, a pot, and a book. Any order like that, as long as it's not like pot, book, then you'll gain 25 extra artifacts. But even so, they respawn all over the place, and it took us about 5-10 minutes to actually get through this part of the scenario. So it was a bit of a joke. Hopefully it doesn't take that long on release, because it is, oh sorry, it's not even 25, it's 15 when you collect them in the specific order. Now there is an item in the hut over here, which when you collect it, it does give the group like a speed increase and allows you to get double artifacts, but it only lasts 15 seconds, which isn't really enough to do anything with. You get like 1 to 2 artifacts and then it's run out. So hopefully they make this a little bit easier. And there are ads still walking around that slow you, that keep respawning as well, and they put like a slowed on you, which is pretty damn annoying. But once you make it through this bit, then you'll be able to progress, and hopefully by release they have made this bit a bit shorter. Okay, so now that we've collected enough artifacts, we'll be able to progress into the cave, and there'll be all these like really cool looking slimes, the blood of Rashaj. It's probably not pronounced right, but it's fine, which is, if you don't know, an old god, essentially. So it's cool finding stuff related to old gods. I don't know what it is, I guess it's just like the main part of WoW, but anything related to old gods is always cool in my books. So there's a lot of trash in here, and normally you're able to pull this whole cave and just sort of AoE it down at the end, but we pull one at a time, as they do have quite a big chunk of HP and do take quite a while to get down, especially the Mother of Terror, the Mouth of Terror even. There are buffs around the instance as well that you can pick up, like ones that reset cooldowns, and ones that give you damage increase, things like that. So they're definitely worth picking up just to make things a little bit quicker. So now that we've cleared out the Mother of Mouth, we can Mouth of Terror, Mother of Mouth. What? Getting worse. Now that we've cleared that out, we can progress down the halls and just pick up a load of slimes and head to the end. And right at the end of this tunnel, there'll be like kind of a goblin on the ground, and that's what you'll need to find to progress the scenario essentially. And as you'll notice on the screen, it says bonus, and basically bonuses are what you'll have to do to gain extra valor. So if you complete the bonuses, you'll be rewarded with extra valor, so it's definitely worthwhile trying to do them. But the problem is they're really tight on the enrage, like the timers. So if you're trying to do this with like 2 DPS and a healer, you might struggle to hit the bonus. But if you come with 3 DPS, you know, it's going to be considerably harder, but you'll be able to hit that bonus and get your extra valor. So you have to kind of think about what group you're actually doing this with if you want the bonus anyway. And doing the bonus way is definitely going to be a good way of getting your valor cap for the week. So now that we've found the goblin, he blows up this wall, and we enter this awesome looking Titan like built room. And there's this guardian, this like Titan sentinel there. And just overall, it is a really cool looking room. Once again, anything related to old gods and titans is really like cool. I've said cool a lot, but so the goblin ends up walking into the middle of this like object in the middle of the room, and it kind of corrupts him and ends up as the echo of Yasaraj, or Yasaj, which is, you know, the old god. And don't step in the middle of the room because it like you have this debuff on you which will slowly kill you, so you don't want to be doing that. Interrupt him as much as possible, and during the encounter there'll be these orbs that spawn on the 4 sort of circles on the edge of the room, as you can see, or the edge of this box anyway. Definitely pick them up. What you want to do is pop all your CDs and then walk through one of these, and what it'll do is reset all your cooldowns. So definitely worth picking up, as you know, especially as Enhanced Shaman. I was able to pop my main burst, use it all, pop it again, use it all, go get one of those things, pop it again, which is just a huge DPS increase overall. Helps kill the mob a hell of a lot quicker. If you don't make use of them, then you're probably not going to make the bonus. As you can see, the bonus timer is ticking away on the side. So that's the time you have to kill him, and he does have a large chunk of HP. But it doesn't really do anything in particular. If you kill these ads, they will explode, but they deal damage to not only you, but everyone else around them, so even like other slimes. So you can AoE them down, and it just, you know, helps reduce the damage, but the damage isn't too high in the scenario overall. So there you go. That was a look at the Dark Heart of Pandaria. It isn't too long. The longest part is probably collecting those artifacts. If it wasn't for that bit being so long, the instance could probably be done in about 10-15 minutes max. But that bit adds an extra sort of 5-10 minutes onto it, making it like a 25-minute, 30-minute scenario. But overall, it's a really cool scenario related to lore and things like that, and gives you an insight to what Garrosh is actually up to. This orc comes in and says he's reclaiming this for Garrosh. This is exactly what he's looking for. And the goblin's like, well, what? And then the goblin gets screwed over on pay because all his workers have died. He's only going to be paid for the workers that are alive. And he's like, wait, what? And then he says, we'll see who has Garrosh's back when it comes down to it. So you can tell that it's all escalating quickly, and things are going quite crazy quick. So Garrosh now has this powerful artifact that is essentially, well, it is the heart of an old god. So what he's going to do with that, we'll have to find out in 5.3 or maybe even 5.4. But I guess that's going to be what empowers him to actually be more of a challenge than he is right now, because, you know, Alliance can go and kill him while he's already in Orgrimmar. But yeah, so that was a look at the Dark Heart of Pandaria. Look out for more of these scenarios coming soon. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya!